We can all tell that Assassin's Creed Shadows did not go the way that Ubisoft expected. This company is struggling right now, and a lot of people at their studios have either been laid off or been fired, and an Assassin's Creed boss left a few months ago, and now we're finding out that he is suing Ubisoft for $1.3 million in damages. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, Assassin's Creed is not in the best place, and we know that it is one of the IPs that was handed off to Vantage Studios, the Tencent-backed subsidiary, and it seemed that they were getting rid of a lot of the people that were behind the games that were not massively successful. We know that they are putting a lot of time and a lot of money into games like this. Assassin's Creed Shadows was supposed to be a behemoth release for them, and it seemingly fell flat. They have not talked about the exact sales numbers. One would assume they've sold a couple million copies, but if it met their internal goals, I highly doubt it at this point. The last time we heard anything about any sort of numbers was when we heard that it had surpassed 5 million players, but that is not sales, that is not copies, that is people that either purchased it or playing it via a subscription like Ubisoft Plus. It did not look very good. We heard that this boss had left, but now he is suing Ubisoft, and during a time when Ubisoft is facing so many problems, they're going through these absolutely insane security breaches, the consumer confidence is at an all-time low, they're shifting around their games. This is just another big blow for them. I know $1.3 million isn't an end of the world amount of money for them, but it's still not good. So it says back in October, they reported on the seemingly abrupt departure of Assassin's Creed franchise head Mark Alexis Cote. 3 days later, he publicly defied Ubisoft's official statement, claiming he was pushed out of the company. As I always say, if you suck at your job, you do not deserve to have your job. Clearly, Assassin's Creed has not been going in the direction that gamers have wanted it to for years now. He is somebody who had came out during the Shadows controversy and basically attacked gamers, and so I don't feel bad for either party here. Like, he clearly got demoted because he wasn't doing a good job, but at the same time, Ubisoft getting sued is hilarious to me because they are struggling so much, and it's their fault. They're the ones who aren't listening to their customers. They are the ones who are making these poor decisions. And so I'm sitting here and I'm reading this, I'm like, yeah, maybe he was wronged if they didn't give him a good reason for his demotion, but from the outside looking in, we can clearly see why this happened. Things have clearly come to a head as he has filed a lawsuit totaling 1.3 million in sought reparations. Cote, who worked on the series from 2010's Assassin's Creed Brotherhood to last year's Assassin's Creed Shadows, left behind a 15-year tenure, and he did so quite unhappily. I came to see myself as the captain of the Assassin's Creed ship, he wrote on LinkedIn back when he revealed his viewpoint that his departure from Ubisoft was more of an ousting than a personal choice. Someone who leaves only once every soul on board is safe, and that is exactly what I have done for as long as I could. Now, of course, this is extremely dramatic. He's trying to seem like such a good guy, a guy who was wronged, and maybe he was wronged. It's not like we have all of the details, but at the same time, a major issue arises when we see failure after failure after failure, or you see games underperforming, even if they are not complete bombs. Something like Assassin's Creed Shadows might have been the straw that broke the camel's back, and they just had decided, you know what, as we hand off Assassin's Creed to Vantage Studios, it's time to push out the old and bring in the new, which I don't think is really that helpful either. We've seen that happen with a lot of studios. I mean, look at something like Rocksteady or Volition. They get rid of the vets, they get rid of the people that are established, and then they bring in these brand new activists, and their games do even worse. Now, we are never going to know for sure if he made really poor decisions, if he forced the development team to change directions, if he was a big problem within the studio. I bet Ubisoft just wants to sweep this under the rug, probably get him to shut up, and probably just pay him. But either way, way, this does not look good because Assassin's Creed is in a very bad place right now. Ubisoft is in a very bad place right now. None of this is very positive. I'm sure that you all remember, but when Assassin's Creed Shadows came out on PC, it had 64,825 players. That is bad for a Ubisoft game. And yes, it is a single player experience, so these numbers are going to go down. But as of this video, there's 5,115 players in game on Steam at this point in time. Just not a good look. Their games are clearly struggling. I mean, recently they boasted about how Avatar Frontiers of Pandora quadrupled its player count. Yeah, to 13,000. Okay, that is abysmal. It says, though, if the analogy seems a bit dramatic, the ensuing fallout sounds worthy of the potential overstatement. Ubisoft decided to transfer the leadership of the Assassin's Creed franchise to someone closer to its new organizational structure, he explained at the time. He stated that he had been offered a different position with Ubisoft following what he saw as a demotion, but it did not carry the same scope, mandate, or continuity with the work I had been entrusted with in recent years. What is crazy is that he claims to not harbor any resentment, but he clearly does resent them because he's suing them, as they had offered him a different position. Yes, I bet that the pay was lower. It seems that he wanted to be in control still of Assassin's Creed. Either way, though, it's not like they just said, "You're trash at your job, we're firing you." He just wasn't happy with the alternative that they offered him. Now, we don't know how this is going to go, though a lot of gamers have a lot to say about this on social media. Ubisoft's internal chaos just keeps spilling out into the public. Yasuke is the gift that keeps on giving to creators, showing their stock tanking, and then it's Yasuke in front of a burning building, which, yeah, I mean, it's hard to view anything going on with Ubisoft as positive right now. I mean, it's been fail after fail after fail. Star Wars Outlaws, Assassin's Creed Shadows, X Defiant, Skull and Bones, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, all big flops. Ubi shit continues its slow motion crash into oblivion. The chaos is delicious. Ubisoft here again showing everyone how much of a bastion of success AC Shadows is. So successful, in fact, that not only it became Tencent's bitch, but also couldn't even win an award at the Game Awards. Yasuke turned out to be very based. How they're still in business, I'll never know, and it is shocking that they are still holding on for dear life. They do make quite a bit of money, but the problem is that when you are still losing money after putting hundreds of millions into projects, you can't sustain that for very long. You know what? Yasuke isn't that bad after all. Is he to blame for all of the shit decisions for the last few games? And yes, it does seem like that is the case. So I will be keeping a very close eye on the situation. I am very curious to see if Ubisoft is going to make a public statement, because they've been getting wrecked on social media for quite a while now. Basically, all of their customers are unhappy with decisions that they're making. And previously, when he had left, or I guess in this case he got fired, they had made a big statement, then he responded, and I think that they are kind of desperate to look good in the eyes of the public, so maybe they will make a statement and try to clarify, but only time will tell. Though for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.